Good morning, everyone. Quick forecast update for you. Um, Talking about the severe weather chances for tomorrow. So on your screen right now, you see we do have an enhanced risk for everyone across the area. Fairly significant parameters for both tornado, damaging winds, and hail. We're all in the hatched risk. We're in the higher percentage for all of those categories. If we take a little bit closer look to home, everyone's still in that enhanced risk, again, for severe weather tomorrow. The main reason the Storm Prediction Center hasn't upgraded any of this yet is because there's still a little bit of model inconsistency in terms of whether or not we will see any morning convection, like I talked about in my out the door forecast this morning. But if we look at the different parameters, the entire viewing area is in the hatched tornado outlook. This puts us in a 10% hatched area, hatched being the potential for some significant tornadoes, EF2 or greater. The damaging wind outlook, we're all in the highest category right now on it, and the 30% risk, plus the hatched area, which means the potential for some damaging winds greater than 74 miles per hour. Severe hail outlook is the same thing. We're in that 30% enhanced risk of that, as well as the hatched area indicating the potential for larger than 2-inch in diameter hail. For what it's worth, the Colorado State University machine learning models really show basically the same picture. If we look at the tornado probabilities, their suggestion, the highest probabilities stay south towards Paducah and back towards Little Rock and down kind of in that area. But it does indicate maybe a 15% tornado probability for us around here. Hail probability, again, that same 30% risk. And the damaging wind probability, again, still that 30% risk. So tomorrow looks like the real deal in terms of severe weather and in terms of the potential intensity of these storms. If we kind of time this out for you on future radar, like I talked about here just a minute ago, the big caveat to all this is whether or not we will see morning rain and showers and some thunderstorms. If we see that, that will drop down the severe potential for the evening. If we don't see that, then the atmosphere will have all day to build up that instability and really get itself going. So right now, what it's looking like, at least in terms of the overnight model runs that I've got to show you right now, it's looking like less and less of that morning convection and more severe weather in the evening. So I've got two different models to show you. Mainly, the difference here is timing. So first up is the 3-kilometer NAM. This is a high resolution, one of the high resolution models. This is forecast for 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Notice some scattered showers and thunderstorms off to our west, maybe a couple in our northern counties, but generally we're still dry. The NAM is much slower to bring in this line of showers and thunderstorms. Notice here's 7 p.m. Still showers off to our west, haven't really moved a whole lot, and they don't get in here until closer to midnight. Here's now 10 p.m. Line of showers and thunderstorms moving in basically from St. Louis up to Champaign, dropping southeast. By midnight, they're pretty well on our doorstep, moving right across I-70. By 1 a.m., they're moving closer to Route 50. 2 a.m., they are slowly working their way out through the area, and by 3 p.m. or 3 a.m., they're kind of starting to work their way through. So that's the NAM. The HRRR, another high-res American model, is much quicker in moving these storms out and moving them through, which could, the earlier they move through, the more instability they would have from the daytime heating. So this is 4 p.m. according to the HRRR. Notice that line of showers and thunderstorms is much closer than it has been, than it was with the NAM. By 7 p.m., the line of showers is starting to work its way through, maybe another line back behind it. And by 10 p.m., again, here's that back edge of that line. So timing still remains a little bit of a question mark right now. I think the best timing for severe weather is going to be mid to late afternoon into the evening hours. So most likely from about 3 to 4 p.m. until about midnight or so. We'll refine that number as we get a little bit closer. The other thing to talk about is the overall rainfall we can see out of this. The expected rainfall, this is through next Sunday. Flash flood or flood watches are up for the entire area, and this is why. From the Weather Prediction Center, we could see an upwards of 8 to 9 inches of rain along the Route 50 corridor, 6 to 7 if you're north of Route 50 or north closer to I-70, 8 to 9 potentially in our southern counties. And the Weather Prediction Center has also highlighted us in a moderate risk for some excessive rainfall on the day 2 outlook. As well as the day 3, they keep us in that slight risk. So a lot of water is coming outside of all this severe weather. So that's kind of the wrap right now. Again, enhanced risk for tomorrow, best timing from about 3 p.m. until about midnight. I'll have more details as we go later on through today and into tomorrow.